And we're ready, basically. I can already start project cars. My games. I share to some new groups, so if you're new, thank you for joining on my stream. I hope we will be able to have fun together. Maybe I'm not the best driver in the world, but I certainly enjoy doing it, especially in VR. And you will see how cool it is if you don't know the thing. Actually, in my opinion, it's the only correct way to race in 2020. I love VR so much. I've been speaking about it so much on my stream that maybe I would bore people if I started already saying that again. But if you're new, of course, that would be something new to hear. So maybe later. Wait while I reset also my position. I think we can put the valve index in 120 Hz for this game. It shouldn't be problematic. We'll see in any case. We're streaming also, this is going to be more taxing for the computer. I would go straight to the multiplayer if I can find a populated server, and I think at this time of the day I should be able to. We'll see. And no, watch out. What are you doing? Number of players, 19 players. They're doing qualification laps. That's good to me. Try to join. Which cars? These are difficult to drive. Okay, that's okay to me. Let's go with the Audi. I'll go with a more popular name. I think they really did a great thing with the avatar showing up during the race. It gives you a lot of personality compared to other racing games. You tend to remember the players by their avatar even more than the name. And it's usually pretty good fun to look at the various avatar people come with. Like the other day I was playing together with a friend and I was passing and being passed by in turn by a guy that had a hamburger as his avatar, and I kept saying to him, I'm passed by the hamburger, I'm passing by the hamburger, and he said, you're making me hungry, man. These are kind of funny situations that only happen with visible avatar. There's also a guy with a Sonic avatar there. I don't see them, just okay, I won't cross the lines though. Maybe that's for the best. Ooh, got some power on this thing. I didn't even read the name of the track. I don't know if you're new to the stream, but I can read your comments, by the way. If you have questions to ask, I can read them on the top. I will probably crash while I try to read them, but that's not your issue, don't worry. It's on me, 100%. First lap, the tire is gonna be cold. I won't overwork them. Okay, already I see how these people drive. Good thing collisions are disabled in qualification. Kevin New Zealand says sorry, so he managed to actually initiate an accident even like this. I have to reduce the HUD though, this HUD is a bit... yeah, of course, we're in multiplayer, I cannot do it now. The HUD takes too much space, I don't like it already. I have the... it's Laguna Seca, okay. Easy to recognize. Actually, it was already easy to recognize, but took me a moment. When you see the corkscrew, you know it's Laguna Seca. Okay. Well, this is a track I fairly enjoy. Don't know how about these cars, if I'll be able to race well on it with these cars, but we'll see. It's a cool track, really. Quite enjoyable. Yeah, basically there is no effort to avoid running into you, but having disabled collision, it makes sense. Only 14 minutes. Well, could be enough to try and get a decent qualification. I wonder what that metal pin there is. You know, I absolutely have no idea. There's like a metal pin above the hood. No idea. Okay. Or should I say the bonnet? How am I supposed to speak today? American or British? Good question. All is foreign to me. Hi Adam, thank you for commenting my post. Unfortunately, I cannot see your comment because it's in the group. You should comment the stream itself, then I could answer you. Thank you for joining the stream in any case. I will be sure to respond to you later if you don't retype your comment here. This also to everyone else, if you don't know it. I can see the comments in VR, but only above there, the comments to the stream itself. Very advanced technology, but not that advanced. We can only hope it will improve with time. I think for VR probably the best thing, especially if you're racing, would be a voice that reads the messages. Like some streamers seem to have, but I don't think it's available on Facebook. That's a Twitch thing, right? See, the tires are starting to be a bit better. Look at this guy. What are you doing, man? You know what? Actually, to have the map there, yeah, might be unrealistic. But it's kinda useful. I was saying useless. I'm not that in a hurry to disable the HUD after all. Also, when you're playing online, it's kinda fun to being able to read what happens with the rest of the race, or in this case, the qualification round. So guys, I know, of course, there are more realistic games than this. Certainly iRacing is more realistic, also Assetto Corsa probably is. But this has the best player base, I bet you noticed. When you go and play online, this is where you easily can find players. Well, probably iRacing is good also in that respect, but you have to pay a monthly fee there. And compared to Assetto Corsa, this is just more playable. You start and you go and you already find people ready to race with you. Of course it doesn't have mods, which is a big weakness in my opinion, but still, it has plenty of tracks and cars, especially with all the DLC. They go on a discount so often actually that by now everyone have it. I bet everyone have them, I mean. Also, it's got great VR support, but this is true of all the big racing games of the moment. Well, except maybe Corsa Competizione. Assetto Corsa Competizione, they say it's pretty bad in that respect. The first one is excellent, really. Also, you know what many people discount, underestimate? It's called Air Factor. Air Factor 2, actually, is very good in VR. And also has a lot of mods, not as many as Assetto Corsa, but quite a bit, that you can easily download thanks to, what's his name, Steam Workshop. Very, very convenient, to say the least. I used to play Air Factor, the first one, quite a bit of time ago. Ooh, what a bad corkscrew I demonstrated. Okay. Guys, I'm not the best driver, I bet you already know by now. If you play these games all the time, you probably will see it very easily. But still, I mean, it's so damn enjoyable. And what I want to show most of all is how cool it is in VR. I would like more people to get VR. That is the purpose of the stream. Another 10 minutes of qualification. I'm improving my time a bit. Now the tires are quite warm. Let's try to improve it further. And maybe I'm exaggerating here, a bit too eager to try and do better. Also the graphics here is better. In my opinion, it's got the best graphic between this and Assetto Corsa. I like it more personally. Look at this guy, Breaking Bad fan. He's also made the protagonist of the series green. Maybe he sees it as a sort of Hulk analogy. Your request for... Ah, okay, the notification for Facebook. No, for a moment I was afraid I had posted this stream also on the Assetto Corsa group. Well, what the hell? Did they actually hit me? I don't know. I didn't feel like I hit me. Well, actually that's just what happened. Okay, now I return in the favor. Excuse me, man. It's not like we're going to pay for the damages. The other guy is just spinning his car aimlessly, so we don't care. Let's just continue our qualification lap. Of course, this is ruined now. Well, someone hit me from behind. That's what I felt it. I could feel it. Started to heat up, no? Before the race. When the race starts, you know, in this game, usually it's a war. Everyone for himself. Everyone against everything else. And they push on all sides. It's a bit like Carmageddon, basically, usually. Then after a while, you see people start disconnecting. Usually the one behind me disconnect. I'm kind of the divider in that. I hope today it doesn't go like that. Because then I arrived last, even though it felt like I drove kinda decently. We'll see. Another 8 minutes. I'm not last yet. Maybe I can work it up from there. So what do you say? Did it really suck? More or less. Oh! I usually play flying games, you see. Probably you can tell, because of the joystick and also the pedals. You might notice my pedals are a bit strange. They're actually pedals for flying games. They're used to control the rudder of the plane. But they work well for driving games too. And also it's much more convenient to have them on the chair itself, so you don't have to swap them continually. Always ready to play. That's important when you like VR. If you have to take long and long minutes just to set it up, you will end up playing something else, and that's a damn shame. Because nothing is as fun as this. I can vouch for that. Nothing. This is the best thing you can play right now. Both driving and flying games. Simulators in general, with VR. The entire reason I started to stream is to show people that. Most of all. And of course now I'm getting distracted. So my performance worsens even more. As I said earlier, if you have questions about my setup, the VR device I'm using, whatever, you can comment the stream. I will see your comments and respond. But don't worry if you don't want to. Maybe some of the regulars will show up later. I'm a bit earlier than usual. This isn't the time at which I normally stream, because later in the day I'm a bit busy. Another 6 minutes. This isn't the best car to begin the stream with. It's pretty difficult to drive. Who is this much faster than me guy? Seems to be a lady. I have some doubts of it, personally. But I guess everything is possible, no? It could be a girl driving. Carico Muntin. Well, it's so she's really good. Hi Lino. Ciao Lino. This is Italian like me. I speak to him in Italian. Ciao Lino, se vuoi puoi commentare lo stream, così ti rispondo subito. Se commenti lo share ti posso rispondere solo dopo. Perché non vedo il commento, capito? In VR lo vedo soltanto venendo sul gruppo. Comunque grazie per aver partecipato. Excuse me guys, I might speak Italian from time to time. Usually I tend to speak English because most Italian people speak also English. Whereas the opposite is not that often true. Look at her, look at that. This is a very aggressive driver. Another guy, what's his avatar? A pizza or something? Looks like a pizza. I'm not improving my ranking. Maybe I'm improving my time just a bit, but that's not enough to beat these guys. Okay, she spun the car. And now we're after the pizza guy. Pizza guys notoriously drive very fast. Wasn't there also a song about this? or was it the Neil Stevenson book, Snow Crash, which spoke about a certain pizza guy that had also other capacities in his job description, to say the least. See, in the future, pizza guys will actually go around armed with katanas and the like, but that comes from the cyberpunk part of it. But I will be seeing much of it in the next months, since they delayed the cyberpunk game that was supposed to come out in like 2 months. But I guess this is one of these years, no? Already it has started in sort of a problematic way. Come on, I was gaining on him, what the hell? Hi James, you're using rudder pedals in a driving game, still no socks. You just can't get over it, can you, James? It's something that really bothers you. Yeah, I use always these pedals, and I'm also never wearing socks. That's just something that runs in my family, really. No one does here. Is that really so strange to you? Let's speak about it. It's a bit strange. I don't know why it bothers you so much. There are also warm countries, no? Well, actually, Italy is not that warm right now. But still, house heating does exist. You're driving very bad. Hi, Lorenzo. Thank you for telling me. You're really putting me into the mood of the game. I try my best. I strive to improve. Maybe you want to give me some advice? I would enjoy that, I bet. Also the watchers. Maybe you could help them vent some of the frustration about my terrible performance. But thank you for participating. Every comment is welcome. I don't do much driving games, but I do enjoy them. So maybe even to a fault, as you're telling me. Your helpful comment is very appreciated. Let's keep going at this terrible race. You just weird, because the way you have the camera set up, your giant feet are right in front of the picture. Well, it's a little problematic. Worry about I play with racing, you drive is very horrible. Ok, Lorenzo, comunque puoi parlarmi anche in italiano, io sono italiano. Se pensi di poterti esprimere meglio, a me va bene. Oddio, horrible è un po' una via da mezzo. Comunque, come dicevo, yeah, as I was saying, the problem of the camera is that, gents, the problem of the camera is that it is at middle height, it's placed on a rack of DVDs, basically. It can go up or down, but if I put it too upward, in the end, you're not seeing the entire setup. So, since the feet are so much ahead, having their pedals placed in that point, and the result is this. You end up with a view where the feet are first and center. Not really much I can do about it. Your drive is very horrible. Thank you, Lorenzo, thank you. Do you want to come and play, maybe? The last day someone came and commented on my horrible driving. I invited him to play and we had a lot of fun together. Actually, we're now good friends. I would love to find another friend like that. Coming from an insult to my driving skill. I'm not that proud of these driving skills of mine, so don't worry about doing it. It's all part of the streaming experience. The criticism is welcome. Another 29 seconds of this. We'll see how it goes once the race begins, and it's not very far at the moment. Since the critic has left the stream, it happens often, to tell you the truth. I've seen it happen. The other day I was playing Euro Truck Simulator, no? A guy came and said, "You are terrible at parking. How can you be unable to drive in a game? The things you see on Facebook." And then I tried to defend my gaming. I tried to say, but I'm having fun and doing my best. And he never responded. He just said that and went away like the wind. It's typical. Unfortunately, Lorenzo, respond to me. I wish it to be like the other time, the time when I actually made a friend from the criticism. But I guess I'm not that lucky today. Zero seconds, okay, we finish the lap and then we go to the race. We'll see how it goes once the race has begun. If If I couldn't accept criticism, I wouldn't be playing like this while streaming, of course. Here we are. Okay, I'm penultimate, but still, who knows, might go better during the race. There are many factors in these kind of races when you play online. Sometimes the more important thing is to stay safe. It's not the easiest thing, to tell you the truth. It depends much on the way other people behave. They don't behave very well, usually, but we'll see. We'll see it soon enough. Usually it takes some time to start. It wants to make everyone pass the finish line. Ending of the session. Let's see if we have other Italian players. Ah yeah, actually there is one. Ah, but I'm Spanish, so that's not very true to life. I don't know why my flag is Spanish. It's a good question, actually. I would like to know. Heisenberg. You should have seen when the camera was even lower. You could see the feet were even bigger. But are they that big now? Let me see while the race starts. They're just in front. They're just in front. Not that big in my opinion. Maybe they're just big. They're big like that. It's just the size of the feet. Okay, but let's not speak further about it and try to defend at least my horrible driving during an actual race. We'll see how horrible it is. Once you see how horrible everyone is in this game. Of course, I know. In iRacing, they tend to be better. I've seen the people that play iRacing. They're kind of scary, actually, to me. They're much better than me. This is a more arcade-ish, for everyone game, no? So to say. It's not like in VR we have much choice. I'd rather play an even simpler game, but there are none. You want to play driving in VR, you better get used to play these kind of games, even if you might not be the best at them. Mazda Raceway. Laguna Seca. Come on. What are we waiting for? Ah, you know it very well. Hey, it's terrible. It's combat. It becomes a car combat game. In fact, some kind of driving games online, the ones where you actually hit the other cars and it's a part of the objective, they tend to work better because it's going to be like that in either case. Someone is voting to expel people, it seems. Actually, it's rather strange because in Italian you see like you're the one voting to expel them, but it's absolutely untrue. I think it's just translated badly, that's the thing. Everyone is voting to expel some Giulio Cana's guy. No idea why. And presumably the race should start, no? Ah, because he's not ready. He's actually AFK. Then I better vote also to expel him. He's not clicking ready, that's the reason. He's holding up all these people. Look at this guy. Oh, remove this thing. Okay. He was asleep. Probably he fell asleep. He looked like the kind of guy that could fall asleep. I wasn't a pizza, that. It's like an emblem of some kind, circular shape. I have an orc in front of me. Or is that a goblin? Let's go. I am driving very badly. Shall make a motto of it. Everyone is killing everyone else. Look at this. How surprising. But I survived. That's the lady from before. She actually made a better time than me. Started ninth. In a race there are many factors, you never know. It's possible I might go better even if I'm not driving at the best way. Maybe I'll be more prudent, maybe I'll be more reactive to the others. And perhaps I won't come last. This is my objective, not to come last. Best I can hope for. Some people are spinning the car even by themselves, no help needed. Currently 5th position. Only 7 laps, by the way. They set it really low for some reason, like 30 minutes of qualification, then the race is going to last not more than 10. Strange choice, to say the least. Seems to be... Is that a Paw Patrol? One of these dog character for kids that do policeman and fireman jobs. It looked like that. The one in front is Sonic himself, the fastest guy on the track, I bet. I was actually thinking of using a Sonic meme in my thread, not thread, what is name, on my stream description today, but then I thought I'm going to post it on some new groups. I don't want to be known as the one that posts a meme. First thing, maybe I'll use it for my playing games. Actually, I was thinking about a Sonic meme, and that's the reason it came back to my mind. Where is he going? He's going to the box. Why did he do that? I think it was a mistake. We're only doing 7 laps, unless there is a stop and go. Now I'm having some doubts about it. I guess we'll know it. Yeah, I think there is a mandatory stop and go, because 2 people went there. If I see some more people going to the pits, I'll do it also. I guess there is a mandatory stop. Now I wish I had... Hey, Nix, hi! We're racing online, look at this, I'm 3rd position at the moment, but I still haven't done my mandatory pit stop. We're having some negativity on the stream comments, so come and help, Nix. He's my best fan. We always play together also with planes. He's incredibly good, that man. You should see him fly the plane, he's incredibly good. Okay, let's try to kick the Bentley's ass, but I guess my 3rd position won't last long. I will have to stop at the pit this time. This guy hasn't done it yet, I bet, so if I see him do it, I'll do it also. Someone else approved my group request, but unfortunately I know it's too late to post the stream. Okay. We were supposed to play together War Thunder this afternoon, but unfortunately he's not going to the pits. If he's not going, I'm not going either. Oh, sorry man, sorry, didn't want to. What a shitty thing to do. I don't know, honestly I don't know. Am I passing more people? No, it would suck to go to the pits without reason. Oh, this guy's fast. Relief? Wait, I read it, Nix, once I'm on the stride away. Said the War Thunder because I'm pretty beat from today's work. I lack of sleep for a few days. No, I'm sorry man, because you said you would come 1 hour earlier than usual, but it would have been in any case too late. I'll be ending sooner than usual. Ooh, look at these guys. How are you doing? I'm actually 3rd, look at that. That's not horrible driving, is it, after all? I'm now 3rd. Ho ho! I'm still having second thoughts about the pit stop thing though, huh? But shouldn't the radio should tell me if I have to stop. He will remind me before the last lap, I hope, if I actually have to stop. Why didn't I read the race rules? Watch out, watch out. It's telling me nothing. There's still 3 laps. But I see other people going to the pits. Yeah, I guess it's mandatory after all. There's 1 guy now. Only 1 though. Maybe they're leaving it for last. Guys, if you know, do tell me. Do I have to stop in this kind of races? I think so, because otherwise I wouldn't be 3rd. I guess I'll do it just to be sure. Okay, Nix. Rest well. Nix, by the way, tomorrow I'll be able to stream. Unlike the usual Saturdays, I will be playing. Will you be playing also? We can go War Thunder together. I have a guy. Yeah. Why did I go and watch? I was looking at the rear view mirror. Too many distraction, what the hell? No, the HUD is also covering the rear view mirror. Besides, wait a second, let me do the corkscrew. It's very crowded in here, wow. Yeah, this game is cool, no? Isn't it nice to watch? I posted on some new groups. Let's go to the pits. I think it's mandatory. I hope I'm not doing the wrong thing. It's automatic, right? Yeah, it takes the control from me. Everyone is coming, otherwise they wouldn't. I don't control the car at all. No, it's automatic. I'll pretend I'm driving. Like a kid. Doing also the sound of the engine. Oh! It takes a very short time. What is he doing there? Now 6th. Come on. Me too. Was thinking about that. The viewers, yeah. I was saying it's a cool game, so that's the reason they're watching. And that I have posts on new groups, so this time Facebook isn't harming my reach. You know how it is, no? The more you play a single game, the more Facebook harms your reach and keeps people from seeing your stream. It's terrible, really. It's a counter-intuitive and counterproductive algorithm, in my opinion. For instance, I would play War Thunder much more and probably produce content that would have more viewers if Facebook let me, but it doesn't. The more you post the same game, the less your post is visible. Go for real, Nix. I love when you do it. He's my first and foremost follower, guys. We never met before me starting to stream. He's actually on the other side of the world, if you can believe it. It's just that we like the same kind of games. And also planes to fly inside games. Still 6th. It's practically ever since I started to stream on Facebook. Originally I streamed on Twitch only, but it didn't work. To do simulators, especially in VR, over Twitch is almost useless. No one watches you. No one, unless you're very good at them or you're already well known. To come in 2020 and play simulators on Twitch is completely useless. And so I discovered that actually Facebook is the best platform for it, because you can push your content to the relevant groups. Now, when I push it to flight groups in general, I feel more at ease. This is a less... What the virtual desktop? Hi Ulysses, thank you for commenting. That's OVR Drop, it's called OVR Drop. It's a very cool program actually, you can buy on Steam. It costs like $10 and lets you have an overlay of any window of your desktop on top of the game. Extremely useful if you stream, but even if you don't, because you can watch TV on there, you can do anything. You can view the news. I tended to use it also, well, something similar, more like when I had the Oculus, because the Oculus has it embedded. I used it while playing Elite Dangerous. That is a game that has some dead times. And while moving from a space system to another, I watched someone else playing a different game on Twitch, for instance, and you can do it. It's very convenient. And very flexible also. You can place the window however you want, you can make it transparent. Maybe I should make it more transparent when I play these games. And you can also... Well, for instance, when I play planes, I don't put it over there, because it will cover the enemies while you're dogfighting. I put it down. It covers the instruments of the plane, but it's in general not so bad. Well, look at this. I came 6th. It's not too bad. For me, it's not too bad. And return to this race center. Let's see what else we have. So the pit stop was kinda cool to do. I think it's the first time I do a stop and go in an online race. Let's find something else, something of value. Clean Racing, Palacinca, Snetterton 300, no, they're already in the race. 9 people qualification laps on Monza. Ma Monza è figo. I resorted to Italian. Monza è figo, it's cool, it means Monza is cool. What do we have here? I'd rather tempted to go with the DLC car just because it's DLC, but let's see what we have. Porsche 911, Ferrari, Chevrolet, Ford, Aston Martin or M6? Well, among these, I'll have to take the Ferrari, guys. Excuse me, but what Italian would I be if I didn't pick the Ferrari? Let's do with it. It's just too much. I have to go with the Ferrari. Touch the limit. Function 1122. Let's see how long are we going to qualify. Where is the timer? Only 6 minutes. Well, let's see what I can do in 6 minutes. Got approved for another group. Again, too late for me to post on it. Listen to the sound of this engine. The Ferrari really sound cool. They have a certain distinctive, no? Music. There is a music to it. I don't know that much about cars actually, but the little I know is that I love Ferraris. This is Monza, okay. Here comes the chicane. Type notify to show something. Thank you, Nix, you're always doing the house honors. Ooh, I came long on the chicane. But okay, it's the first lap. I got warm up the tires, so actually I pretend I did it on purpose. I wanted to test the limits. This game also has the version of Monza without the chicanes, you know. The older version of it that was actually a bit too fast for its own good and caused so many crashes back in the old days. But it's fairly fun to race on, especially in a game where you're not actually risking your neck because of it. This is the big turn to the left, okay. Four minutes. Well, I could be able to do maybe post one time. It's not like many people have qualified, actually there's only 3 of them. I meant, and don't forget to like the stream. I would be the one also telling them after a while. Thank you for telling them in advance. The more we say it, the more maybe I will manage to grow my page. But no, guys, really, my only objective here is to show how cool VR is. I'm coming to your groups, you might be more professional than me in this kind of games, but I tend to reach people as much as I can because I want everyone to buy VR. That is my objective. It's the future of gaming, and this is what I feel through the most. What made me start to stream, actually, to make it known. Case in point, I've been passed Pepmar by a guy with a yellow something. I don't know what is that thing. Never say never. Hey, come along on this. You know what? It's not very visible. That chicane in VR comes suddenly, at least with lighting condition. I cannot see it very easy. I'm going to go, maybe I'll be back later. Okay, see you soon, Nix. And see you also in the skies if you can play tomorrow. Let me also repeat, like I said earlier, that if any of you wants to play with me, it would be my honor and pleasure. I'm always looking for people to play with. That's also another great advantage of streaming that I discovered. I've been playing alone for the longest time. I don't know many people that like this kind of games. And ever since I started, for instance, to play War Thunder while streaming, already I have found several wingmates that I enjoy a lot to play with. Nix is one of them, and not only him. Of course, in driving games maybe it's a bit harder, we would be racing one another, but still, it's cool to be on the track with someone who is actually speaking with you also, through Discord. So just a thing. Of course my time sucks. Let's try to improve. Well, I was also still with not very warm tires. I'll try IPM you in advance if I'm not available or not. Yeah, I sent a you IPM also earlier. I don't know if you've seen it, but did you receive it? I was telling you about my plans and the fact that I wouldn't be online for long. Well, not for the times where we usually play together. 1 minute to the race. Bye for now. Bye bye, Nix. Sometimes it's difficult to communicate. We have a long delay. Other side of the world indeed. Another game I enjoy to play in VR is Dirt 2.0. I don't know if you've ever seen it played in VR. It's an excellent game. It's probably got one of the best graphics among all the VR games, and also it's very immersive, especially if you play without the HUD that I said earlier I will disable. Now I forgot again to disable it. And maybe for playing online I better keep it on. It gives you some kind of useful information. Is everyone in the pits? I think it's over, yeah. +9. Not very good. Should I actually go first gear there? Maybe it's a mistake, you know. I should keep in second gear. That's where I lose some of the time. The big problem is the second chicane. It's not visible. You have to remember it. Here it comes. Yeah, more or less. Yeah, to stay in second gear is probably for the best. I'm kinda improving my time on this last lap, but I think it will come too late. It doesn't matter that much when you have like 10 cars on the track. You can still try to place better during the race itself. Trying to listen to the engine for a minute to get a feel for it. And here we come. Let's see if I place a bit better. No, these people are good. 9 seconds more, but we'll see during the race. Now, do I have to do the stop and go? This is the big question, because earlier I didn't see anything about it. It was written nowhere. Maybe this tells me. No. Box strategy, what does it say? Clear no strategy, no. Well, let's say I'm ready before they start voting me out. Also, the same Russian guy that was voted out a little easier. Ritira di assistita attesa opzioni. Invito. No, there's no information about a mandatory stop and go. I'll see what they do. Lil Taco Knight. Nice nickname there. I can ask. Is there mandatory? Man. Maybe a bit of a noob question, but I guess better know it than be sorry about it. That is someone responds to me. Pac-Man has entered the race. Nope. Huh. Good. Okay, thank you. Now imagine if actually there is a mandatory pistol and he's telling me only to make me do the mistake. No, but this guy was probably true. He said the truth. I can feel it. Who's not yet really? Where is the problem here? This guy. DMS. Same car as me. Also same livery. I don't even know if this car has different liveries. And they're starting to vote him out. Everyone is voting him out. There really should be a timer. Ah, okay. He's either ready or voted out. We can start. Okay, you could have easily now avoided to hit me. But that's kind... You better let them pass at the beginning. Don't initiate fights before the first turns, because when the cars are all spaced together, yeah, they're bound to be very aggressive. They're going to hit you in every way they can. It's just the truth of online racing, really. Also, the Sonic guy is here. Now that I look at it from close by, actually it's not Sonic, it's the blue M&Ms, if you can believe it. I was sure it was Sonic. No, it's the blue M&Ms. Well. Now I was the asshole. I'm sorry, green guy. Really sorry. What the hell? It's the chicane I cannot see in advance. I don't know. It's hard for me to spot it when it comes. I know it's there, but not seeing it makes me break last. I took advantage of the situation, but now I feel very sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go on. It's not like I'm going to wait for you. What race would it be, no? It is a game, after all. He would have done the same. Okay, hitting one another also. Again, to my advantage. Ah, I think he took it personally, yeah? It's just, I think he might have taken it personally. Maybe it's just a feel. I think he wanted some revenge. Okay. Well, the better. Maybe he also wrecked this car. At this point, this is what I'm hoping. This guy. Are you a kid? What are you? How old are you? He took it a bit personally. Well, if you ever watched the stream Green Car Man, I'm sorry for what I did. You should also feel sorry also, too. Maybe I should switch to a different view. It's annoying to drive with all the spider web. What a kid. I like this guy's logo, very symbolic, just 3 stripes, like that. I will switch my view, but honestly I don't know. Excuse me, gents, some hovering and unplugged my network cable. No, really? Well, I'm glad you're back. As you can see, a guy hit me, actually on purpose, but also I hit him first, but not on purpose. So there was an exchange, to say the least, and now my car is a bit busted up. Should be able to finish the race nonetheless. There's some hoovering. You mean like... ah, yeah, the vacuum cleaner. That's what you mean, I bet. Well. Certainly a useful endeavor. Just had to go like that. Don't tell me it's the green car guy again that is looking for yet another revenge. No, it's the 3-stripe one. Okay. No, his name's Sensei. The one with that. What is that? A mini on his avatar. I mean, the fact that I didn't do it on purpose is shown by the fact that I'm still racing. Actually, he just hit me and then left the race. His purpose there was just to get his revenge. This is necessarily something different. Have you ever played the Greek games? Ah, yeah, I have, man. Ooh, I went completely straight. I have to let him pass me. I was reading the message on the chat, unfortunately. Okay. This was embarrassing. The first project cars didn't feel as good as it. There is one that came out recently, right? I think I saw the reviews. They were pretty good, if I'm not mistaken. But this race, in any case, is turning a bit into a clown fest. Let's just complete it and go to the next one. Okay. Maybe I'll try to change my view now. But I'm not last yet, huh? For as long as I'm not last, I'll keep trying. Yeah, I do know the Grid series. They're pretty good, from what I've heard. I used to have one on my PSP, if you can believe it. The old Sony portable console that was basically the Nintendo Switch many years before the Nintendo Switch, and yet it didn't sell much. It was, in my opinion, much superior to the Nintendo DS series of portables. It did what I liked the most. It had the best games. It's just a remake. Just a remake of that game, and it's not nearly as good as the one from 2008. Well, that's disappointing. What you're telling me is quite disappointing. The graphics seemed good from the trailer I've seen. Let me race with this guy for a minute, I won't read your comments now. Ah, it's Lil Taco Night. This is Italian, you know. This is an Italian guy. He's got a picture of candies. And this is a type of candy that they sell here in Italy. They're called Ricola. Ricola, actually. I better pronounce it in Italian. But now I'm having second thoughts. Maybe they sell it also elsewhere. Well, at least now this time I know where the chicane is. Well, actually no, because he went completely straight. Well, I don't know what he was doing. That wasn't doing the proper thing. He just went straight. I would say, okay, I'll follow the guy into the chicane. No, he went straight. Perfect. As I said, it's turning into a clown race. Another 2 laps of this. Well, I will complete it, for the sake of it. And you know what, I'll do the same thing after. Actually, you know what the point is, I think you're not punished for it. If you do it just once or twice, unless you pass someone, then you're supposed to wait. Just wish this accident was because of me. Well, maybe indirectly it was in a way, but still doesn't feel good. Also, I think every race is ranked in this game, right? So maybe to just complete it will still be good. In theory, all the people that disconnected behind me should count as people that I passed. Including the guy that hit me and sent me spiraling through the wall. I think. But it's good practice nonetheless. I'll complete the race. It's kinda hard to judge the distance of these chicanes because the track is so flat in that point. And in VR, with the reduced resolution you have, because of course it's still kinda reduced compared to a monitor, you don't see the chicane coming. I don't care. At this point I don't even care. And actually the game doesn't care either. So let's just go to the finish line. I wonder where the other views are. Ah, here it is. I should have done this earlier. Maybe not from the... this one. Yeah, this one. It's kind of strange in VR. But at least you can see where you're going. You know what? This might be the more competitive view. You have better field of view, better feeling of speed, better everything. I bet with this you can see also the chicane coming. I like it. It's got you have a better perception of depth, so to say. I love to try doing an entire race with this. Let's use it for the last lap so I can practice with it and then we'll see. Here comes the chicane and this time I can see how far it is. I think I might have found the key to actually race well on Monza. Let's see for the second chicane, the one I felt so much. Well, a bit better. I mean, a bit better. It's the same thing with the dirt rally, you know. The hood view is actually the better one to play. Might be less realistic, but in VR where the resolution is a bit reduced, especially when you have all these shadows above the track that make it even more muddy, to have a bigger field of view is better. Might be less immersive. It's not that little immersive, you know. It actually looks kinda cool. It feels like you can almost feel the air coming to your face. It's not bad. And here we come to the finish line. Let's hope for a better race this time. This wasn't very satisfying. In a sense I asked for it, but mine was an honest mistake. Whereas the other guy not as much. All the others disconnected. Actually I wasn't last. I had like 10 people behind me, but they all disconnected. It just doesn't feel right to me. That's the reason I often come last, because I don't give up. Whereas all the others behind me, when they become last, they do. And that's the usual happening at the end of it. Let's go to a different race. What do we have now? So, what was you saying, James? I played the good games. I loved the first one, but it was before VR. The first Project Cars didn't feel as good as it. Yeah, the new one is just a remake of the first game. It's not nearly as good as the one for... Okay, I've got it all then. I had got it all. Well, what you're telling me is a bit disappointing, because actually I was thinking of buying that game eventually. But if you're telling me that the old one was actually better and now I'm not so sure about it, I wouldn't go to a race that is doing the practice, because it will take ages before we reach the race. Let's do qualification on this. Can I join? No, maybe there's a code. Refresh the list. GT3 races. GT3 is cool. It's the one I tried to join for some reason. They're in the race, even though it says qualification. Sometimes it isn't right. Solder race qualification. Hockenheim Clean Racing. Well, I like the name of the server. Clean Racing. It's just what we need now. Same cars. Well, I won't pick the same. Lamborghini isn't here, right? Because I kinda enjoy to drive the Lamborghini. No, wait a second. What is this? Ah, no, they're different cars. Yeah, the Huracan. Let's go with the Huracan. The Huracan I like. Four-wheel drive, no? Pretty easy to drive. This is good for me. Let's hope the qualification isn't too long. I'd rather go and to the good part as soon as possible, but we'll see. Not many people online yet, but they will come. All the others in the other race will come here. There aren't that many servers. What do you say we try to race like this? This view isn't bad. Isn't bad at all. I don't no, you even have the rear view mirror. Unfortunately, it's covered by the chat window. I'll try to do a lap or two like this. We'll see how it goes. I can sorta see the rear view mirror. Not very well, but I can. It's got an amazing feeling of speed. This car keeps to the road pretty well. It's the strong suit of it. You can even see the wind wiper vibrating. Is that named the wind wiper? Well, the wiper in any case. Heck, I do like this view. This is a discovery coming from the races I've played in dirt racing, you know. Never used the hood view in VR before. There it's kinda needed when it rains, because the drop on the windscreen effect is very overdone. You can see nothing while it's raining. And actually, when I started to use the view, I discovered that it's easier to drive like this. Might be unrealistic, but you get a better feel of the distances. And for me that I'm not very good, it's great help really. Minutes of qualification. How we do in practice actually? Because I still don't see a time posted. No, I don't think I will do the race here. It will take ages. We're doing probably the practice. It's impossible that I haven't completed my second lap yet. Actually, it could even be. I don't know, I wasn't keeping track of it. If I have to wait more than 30 minutes, probably we're going to a different race. But if 30 minutes is what is needed to the race, then we can stay in. Let's see once I complete the wrap. Someone has completed this, so we're not doing practice after all. This should be the end of the second lap, I hope. No, maybe it's of the first. How long is this track, actually? Oh, but if a guy has posted his time... Ah, it says I made okay. I cut some corners somewhere, so I'm not posting the time because of that. Okay then, in any case, it's the actual waiting time to the race. Only 12 minutes, I stay in. And I see my time is still red, but where did I do this? terrible mistake that apparently keeps me from, no idea, posting my time. Oh, holy hell, the feeling of speed with this view is amazing. To watch the tarmac rolling under you actually gives you a slight feeling of vertigo. I'm playing at 120 Hz if I know, yeah, 120, but I have a fairly strong reprojection, 73%. That's because I'm streaming, you see. If I wasn't streaming, the game would run perfectly, even at 144 Hz. Not with full details, a bit lower than full details, but still. This is a very well optimized game for VR. I just wish more developers took the example of them. Now we have even the new Assetto Corsa has worse VR support than the older one, unfortunately. The other one works perfectly. The thing about VR is that most of the better games you can play right now are actually games that were not originally made for VR. Just older games that happen to work so well with the thing. This is a great misconception in my opinion. Many people think that you need specific optimizations and who knows what for VR. No, you just need a game that doesn't overstress the CPU and is controlled in a way that makes sense in VR. A wheel is perfect for that, because when you have a wheel actually you're putting your own hands inside the game. They are inside the... No need for fancy hand controller or anything like that. You are completely in the game when you're piloting a vehicle. And you need nothing else. So for me it's quite surprising that new driving games that are coming out actually don't support VR out of the box. It's completely ridiculous. Especially when, if you do want to play them in VR, with Vortex for instance, if this is a driver that lets you play any game in VR, they play almost perfectly. You just have a reduced field of view, but they're perfect for the thing. So how long would it take actually? No, I broke too soon. How long would it take? And now I broke too little. How long would it take for that to include the function? It's stupid. Stupid. The new Formula 1 for instance, that would have sold a lot, I think, in the VR space. Still no support. It's the exception rather than the rule. Here comes our friendly neighborhood helicopter. Still no time posted. What is this? What is this? It keeps... it's not accepting my times. I don't know the reason, to tell you the truth. Yeah, it's still red. Why is that? Did I cut some corner? It didn't look like it to me. Why am I offending the game somehow? No idea. It's in the red. I bet this one won't count either. Maybe I make one corner wrong. I wish I knew. I watch my standing right when the big curve comes. This is quite a curve. What the hell am I doing? I tempi di questo del prossimo giro. Ah, every time! Ah, this is the point. When I put two wheels out of the track there, it not only eliminates my times for the current lap, but also the next one. Maybe it's a bit too unforgiving there. So I guess I start last. It's not like with 6 people it's going to make no difference. But I would like to know my time against theirs. Now I have to complete another 2 laps, and if I make a mistake it's another 2 laps of no. Maybe it's just a tad bit too strict. Okay, another 7 minutes, I can stand it. Maybe in the end I'll manage to post at least one time. I hope it will be my best. Well, maybe the scripting for the track there is a bit too strict, huh? What did I do that is so unforgivable? Even 2 laps you have to eliminate the times. Just take one out of the picture, not two. Let's try to finally break enough for this corner. And apparently that was just make-believe. Because it's such a deceptive corner. It seems to be not that tight, then it worsens. This is where I get penalized. Other people are joining the race, I hope. Yeah, it says there are 15 people. My time is still red, because he still has to cool off from that mistake. You're absurd, man. You're really asking for too much. After this lap it should count, I hope. Let's see. No. I started to think it's a bug. Ah no, eccolo. Yeah. Now it's white. Okay, let's try not to put wheels outside of the track this time, because I won't have many other opportunities to actually qualify. Not disqualified. Okay, keep going, keep going. 5 minutes to the race. I'll probably be able to do a couple of laps if I don't do anything silly. Here I got a break early and a lot, it seems. Much more than I did earlier. Yeah, because it tightens. You see how it is. It seems bigger than it actually is. Nah, there was no need to brake. And I went long. Ah, damn it. No. Half of a wheel went outside of the track. Does my handbrake work? This was my handbrake, I think. Yeah. Oh! Damn it. This is even worse. Sorry. Bro. Yeah. I meant bro. Bro, sorry. You're right, of course, gents. I'll try. Maybe not when someone is trying to overtake me. Disqualified. Ah, disqualified, okay. I got disqualified because I was too fast in the... Okay, this is the best outcome, really. So what can I do now? Will I be able to even do the race, I guess? This is terrible. What did I do? What the hell? Let's try to do this. I was too fast in the pit stop, okay. The progress will be lost. 2 minutes 46, it's a risk to wait. I could be able to race or maybe not. Let's try to Google it. No. How do I go back from here? Wants to... but he wants me to leave the race. Well, okay, after what I did, I guess it's even better. Let's go to somewhere else. Maybe I even play single player. Let me just see what we have here. If there is something that is close to the actual race, okay. But in any case, I was having big trouble with that track. There's no two ways about it. This is 3 minutes to the race. It's the one where I was, right? Let me try to rejoin it. Maybe I won't be disqualified anymore. Ah, they're in the race, it says. And I guess it won't let me rejoin. No, okay, that's it. I play single player, otherwise we risk not doing anything interesting for a while. I best go to the career. What was I doing the last time? Some Lamborghini trophy, that's not bad. And, well, I guess everything is set correctly, yeah. Race against the AI for a while. And against the AI in general, I can place better. Of course, it's not real people. It's a game that can get pretty hard if you raise your difficulty level. We'll see how it was the last one, I don't remember. I presume I had set it to a degree that I can compete with. It's such a night race, that's pretty cool. Yeah, well, let's pretend that qualification is over and now we race, even though it's a different race and not against people. Unfortunately, that was really a bad performance. That was a bad performance, not the one in the beginning, you see. The worst is never dead. As we say in Italy, there is always something worse. And, well, okay. Return to the 22nd position. Now I feel very glad I'm not online. Restart. This is a bit of a helpful. Wait, I'll get out of it. Once you start making mistakes, it takes a while to get out of the mood. Also starting last, by the way. I didn't go the qualification. Okay, better. Even better. Yeah, if you do it well, yeah, the first turn against the AI, you can gain a lot of position. Earlier I made the mistake, but if you do it well, it can turn to your advantage. Don't throw things at me. This is not Mario Kart. Look like a banana for a second, no? Yeah, well, of course what happened earlier was because I didn't see my rear view mirror. That's the problem. I went to the middle of the road without looking behind. This is something you absolutely must not do. Unfortunately, now that I'm using this view, I don't have the rear view mirrors in the usual place. I have them there, and it's also covered by the chat window. It doesn't work like this. I either go back inside, if I have to play online, I mean, well, now we're playing offline, I don't care much. But if you have to play online, I better switch view or move the rear view mirror. It doesn't work like this, absolutely. Imagine if that had happened in a race. Good thing I wasn't in a race. It's just that this new discovery of playing from the hood view is so enjoyable. I don't want to leave the thing yet. Starting to rain, and this will be problematic because we don't have the rain tires. And in this game, I don't know if it's realistic. Probably it is, you know. I've been thinking either way lately, but I think to drive on the wet track with slick tires must be really hard. And in fact, that's very represented in this game. Once the track will be wet, it will be hell to keep this car to the road. Well, this being a short race, I will not change my tires, but I'll probably be very in difficulty, especially when you consider that apparently For some reason, it doesn't influence the other driver as much. The AI drivers just don't care. And they will keep to the road better. So, let's try to... Yeah, already it slides like crazy. I have to brake. Yeah, brake, but not too much. Don't I have ABS on this thing? And also the visibility has gone out of the window. My headlights are on, right? Yeah. Now I started to feel a bit like Colin Dirt. Not Colin Dirt, Dirt 2.0. It's no longer got the Colin name, unfortunately. I think the first Grid game came out when Colin was still in the name of the series. Then unfortunately he died. Speaking about the famous rally driver. Was an incredible driver. Even from the point of view of someone that doesn't follow motorsport much like me, but likes video game, the myth of that man was unending. Oh god, it doesn't keep straight. I told you, it's terribly difficult to drive on the rain in this game. I wonder if I can change the elevation of the headlights. And now he doesn't care. He doesn't care basically. If I accelerate like that, the car is swerving like crazy. That's the reason no one uses the rain while racing online. No, it's undrivable. It's undrivable basically. The moment you accelerate, it just doesn't go straight. Not the first time it happens to me. Huh. Should have put rain tires from the beginning, you know, it would have been better. I just... I'll try to accelerate very slowly. It just doesn't go straight. That can't be realistic.
4 minutes to go.
Trying to stay on the center of the road, so when it starts to swerve I can recover. It's not a good feeling. Just horrible, to tell you the truth. I can hear the engine of the other guy coming from behind me. The problem is that they don't care. They don't have the same problems. In my opinion, the rain effect is overdone. It's overdone. The moment you accelerate, this is what happens. And they go straight like nothing. What can I even do about it? Of course I'm going to lose.
To go.
2 minutes, you say, yeah? Maybe if you switch the gears earlier, the car doesn't accelerate as much. And that's better, because it reduces the horrible sliding effect. I'm terribly concentrated, you can tell because I stopped speeding. Even just for the act of keeping the car on the road. If it really is like this, to drive on the rain with the slicks takes balls, to say the least. They don't care. It's not, the rain effect does nothing to the AI drivers. Nothing, they don't care. Trying to switch the gears in advance, it seems to help. Another 24 seconds of this nightmare. Then it suddenly does that, and you don't even know why. I was driving straight. It's ridiculous. I was accelerating on a straightaway, and the car put itself sideways. That's the truth of rain racing in project cars, too. So, if you ever... I may last now. If you ever try to do the rain race in this game, you will know what I'm speaking about. Doesn't make sense. And now also it's my fault. I want to finish. Also, I think it's less wet now, actually. Oh, it would have been better to go to the pit stop even for a 6-minute race and swap my tires. Hopeless. Let's do something more constructive. I'll go to a different race after all. It's not like we're online. Ma, I don't know. I'll configure it this time so we can be sure not ending in something so crazy. Let's pick a nice car. Something different that we haven't driven today. Shall we go open wheels even? I guess that might be interesting. With this one, yeah, why not? Laguna Seca is okay to me. Everything remains the same. Let's just race. Without the rain, please. Never got the hang of it. I spent a lot of time trying to understand what the gist of rain racing on this game is. It's not like this in the other games. I'll go with internal view, yeah. Open wheels. Yeah, it's about damn time. Let's race with the open wheels a bit. Amazing feeling of control with this kind of cars. Completely unlike the exact opposite of what I was going a little minute ago. I mean, it's nice to have a changing weather condition in a driving game. It certainly was one of the most amazing things in this game at launch. To have a variable day, night, and also the rain that could start suddenly. But with the kind of driving model you have in the rain, in my opinion, it would have been better without it. Maybe it's just me that I'm not good, but actually I've found other people saying the same. I read a lot about this on the internet. And everyone seems to have the same problem with Project Cars too. The effect of rain on the handling of the car is just overdone. Okay, pass me again. It's not a good feeling. This is a good feeling. Oh, come on. Okay, they will pass me. Hi Dennis, thank you for liking my post from the VR basement group. I know I can count on you guys. This is a group where I usually people respond positively to my posts. Is positively even an English adjective? I hope so. Speak a foreign language while you're driving this kind of car is not the easiest thing in the world.
Big push now. Let's fight our way past. You can do it.
No, I didn't cut it. Okay, pass me. I never pass you when they should. Okay. I'm liking the handling of this car. This is a car I know well. Actually, it's one of the first times I drive it. Now I got distracted in 1 second at the wrong possible moment. But I'm thinking to take it also on a different track. We'll see after this race. It's not bad. I haven't raced much with the open wheels in this game. I do it more often in Assetto Corsa.
That's your best sector 2 time so far today. Great stuff. Great stuff. That's the fastest final sector so far.
Last lap. I don't think I'll gain more position, but everything can still happen. In fact, they're right there. No, vabbè, ninth, middle of the pack. You know what I want to do? I want to do the crazy thing. Let's take this car to the Nürburgring. I want to see an actual difficult track with this kind of racer. Also, I'll put a full roster of opponents in it. Where is it? Nürburgring, this one. the Norsklave. I don't know the pronunciation of it. I better not attempt it. So how many? No, of course, just one lap of this monster truck. Not a monster truck, a monster truck. You know what I mean. And where do I choose how many? Ah, okay, 18. 18 is good. Make it even. Should be fairly spectacular to watch, no? What is the maximum? I bet my CPU can take it. 31. 31 opponents. Yeah, open wheel on the Nürburgring. Isn't that a funny setup? I think it could turn out interesting. Let's see. Just one lap because it's so damn long as a truck. I don't think I've ever seen in real life this kind of cars race on the Nürburgring. Probably it would be too dangerous. Even though I bet someone does it. They're certainly better drivers than me. It's already kind of ridiculous. We don't even fit in the actual truck. Yeah, then I also pressed the wrong button, but okay, it's not like the race is exactly decided yet. The Nürburgring. What a track. Well, I see the performance is struggling a bit. I bet it's in the yellow now. If I looked at yeah, completely in the yellow in fact. It's not too bad. In general, Stream VR does a good job of hiding, masking the incapabilities of your system. Of course, here we are greatly encumbered by the streaming itself. Otherwise, it would run pretty well, even with all this color, I know. Now, even they bump into one another with such a difficult setup of race. Oh, want a piece of me, do you? Oh! I'm bragging something. No, it's actually, I don't know, it was a piece of the other guy, I think. I mean, they're all here. It's not like they're impossible to catch. This is a very fun race, you know. You should try it if you own the game. Open wheels on the Nürburgring. Maximum number of opponents. I'm having a lot of fun actually. I might not win it, but still. Ooh. No, here comes the mistake. And a rather big one at that. Oh, for a moment I thought I broke the engine. More or less. Look at this, I'm getting on the group in front of me. Maybe I'll manage to reach them. Doesn't seem impossible. This is the kind of race I want to do again in any case, maybe with more historical cars. Surprisingly excellent. Open wheels on the Nürburgring. No, 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 no. Okay. And now, my god. He did decapitate me. Okay, now I won't reaching them anytime soon. But it's crazy difficult, huh? For me it is, at least. They're all there. I can see them. They look like little tiny ants. That's not the best thing. How's the curve here? I cannot see it. Okay. Then we have a big one here. Yeah, that's I do remember. But actually it wasn't that big. Because I was overtaken again. This was the one I remember. Okay, that was... How can you even remember this track? It has dozens of curves. Okay, I came 31. That's not the best positioning, but there were many cars. How many did I put in the damn race? Well, there was one behind me. I came not last. It felt better. But I meant one too many mistakes. But in a sense, this is a good way to end the stream, because I've shown actually the whole message of it. The whole message of it being that if you have VR and you enjoy games in general, even if you're not the best driver, do come and play the driving games as well. They're in absolute one of the most immersive and cool. Look at this. These are my hands and wheels. One of the best things you can play in VR. In my opinion, there is very little that can rival it. That little being flying games. But in general, all simulations are amazing in VR. And probably they're the best type of games you can play, bar none. If only more people understood. I hope I'm doing my part with that. And I also hope you enjoyed. I did, even if I had some problems, especially with the final races. But still, it was a good stream to me. I hope I'd see you again. I should be back in about 20 hours or so. I usually stream in the morning and afternoon, Italian time, but you can easily tell my times from the page. So do follow and subscribe if you enjoyed. I would certainly hope to have you again. Thank you for watching to the end. Ciao from Italy. Bye bye.